There's a couple of new right angle lights from Wurkkos, the HD10 and the HD11. I've had and reviewed the older HD15 before. Now let's check out the new ones. And welcome back to UDC channel, this is Jay. Let's start with the more interesting one, at least to me, which has several new cool features. Here's the usual looking Wurkkos box. With a magnetic flap. Oh, it came with a long tube, which I substitute right away with a shorter one. Now let's see the light itself. I don't normally like the one that are sticking out like this, but I think this is what makes it interesting. In the low mode, it kinda reminds me of the old US military light. In the Last of Us series, Ellie was carrying a similar looking light. It has a nice matte black anodizing, which also adds to the grip. There's a USB Type-C port in the body with the usual rubber flap cover and a rubber side switch with the new logo, which I wish was metal, and it has a battery indicator that doubles as a charging indicator. I do feel that the switch is more suitable on the top here instead. It has a magnetic tail, which is handy for this kind of light. It does come with a clip, but due to the positioning, it's more for hands-free use instead of carry. And I cannot use it in the short tube mode. I swapped to the short tube right away, which I much prefer. Looks really cute now. I do need to find a screw-in clip for it. Wurkkos, if you're watching, can we have a proper short tube and clip for it? Now on to the business end. It has an interesting TIR lens. The first trick up its sleeve is the rotatable head, which can work in many angles. Combined with the magnetic tail, this should cover most angles, standing, upside down, or sideways. And again, as I mentioned about the button, it should also work here, which is a better design in my opinion. This is not my first adjustable or rotatable light. I have this L1 from Wurkkos. Which I like and reviewed before. In the L1 review, I mentioned that I prefer it in the straight orientation versus this. But this HD11 kinda looks funny in the straight orientation. I think I will carry it in the right angle mode most of, if not all the time. And there's a difference in the output mode depending on the orientation. I'll talk more about it later on. I think it's really meant to be a right angle light. The design seems to favor that way. This cutout seems out of place in the straight mode, but it seems seamless in this way. Plus these stripes are also in the same direction. Unlike this L1, which separates the throw and the flat channel, this one combines the two channels into one. And not only that, it managed to cramp additional red LEDs as well. However, the TIR lens produces a lot of artifacts on the red LEDs, making it more useful as a signal than to see. So it's using the SFT 5000K for the throw channel, and the CSP LEDs for the rest. I do wish it's using the same CSP 4000K in this HD11, like in the TS10 instead. I much prefer the tint. In fact, even though it's rated lower CRI, but I much prefer the tint in the throw channel. The SFT 45KK is quite pleasant. Now let's talk about the interesting UI before we take it outdoor for some beam shots. There are several things to point out. First, each orientation has its default output mode. A default output type. In the right angle, it defaults to the flat channel every time. And in the straight orientation, it defaults to the throw channel with no memory. Not only it defaults to the output type, it even automatically switches types when the head is rotated. The output level is memorized though, even when switching the output mode. One click on, one click off. Long press to cycle low, medium, high, turbo. Back to low. Double click to cycle to from flat to both and to throw. Triple clicks for red LEDs. Long press to cycle to blinking. Only one output level for the red LEDs though. Quad clicks for the user lockout. Another quad clicks to unlock and turn on to the last memorized mode. Unfortunately, it blinks when clicked in the lock mode, which can be annoyingly blinding during bedtime, even when the lockout notification defaults in low mode. Or at least it should blink in the moonlight mode. This is why I really love Endurals. Not only it does allow for momentary moonlight, it has 2 moonlight levels to choose from. I do wish it has the same feature. Because of this, I don't use the software lockout and use a hardware lockout instead. What I do like is the long press is not too long. I don't like waiting even though it's only 1 more second, but it adds up. Like this one for example. 1, 2, 3. Again. 1, 2, 3. An interesting observation, the throw channel is brighter and more intense than the combine channel. I don't know if you can pick it up in camera, but we'll try to see it outdoor. Some additional information, the beam angle has a 100 degree for the flood and 20 degree for the spot. And do you see what I meant when I said I prefer the tint in the throw channel? Okay, let's just see it outside. Okay, let's see this HD11 starting from the moonlight mode. start with the floodlight. But it won't reach there. It's the throw channel now. Big jump. Quite a throw for something like this. Oh, this is the combine, both flat and throw. You can see more spill, but the throw is not as intense. Here's the red. You can see what I mean by the artifacts, and there's only one mode. Okay, that's it. Okay, from the beam shots, I love the throw channel the most. It's surprisingly quite throwy for a flashlight like this. The TIR lens must have done a great job. Plus the SFT40, even though rated with a lower CRI, has a better looking tint than the CSP LEDs on the flat channel, in my opinion. It's just too bad that in this orientation it defaults to the flat instead of throw. And with the artifacts, the red LED should just probably be regarded as a nice added bonus, especially with the blinking mode. It seems to be more useful as a signal than to actually see. This will be added to my personal collection. It's interesting and unique enough. I think it's a hit from Wurkkos. Great job to the R&D and design team. Hopefully we'll see more interesting design and innovation in the future. In the meantime, I'm waiting for my 18350 TS Max Shorty in titanium and copper combo. Okay, as always, thanks for watching. I'm gonna cover this right angle TS10 aka HD10. That's it. See you in the next one. Bye now.